Final hour of trading in a Friday session. We made it to the end of the week, guys. Here we go. We are negative on the NASDAQ. Tech stocks under pressure heading into the weekend here. 0.84 to the downside. The Dow positive 0.4. Actually all-time highs again today for the Dow intraday. S&P basically flat on the session. A little bit of pressure coming back into cryptos as well to the downside, more than 3% for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, guys. It's a Spac-y kind of Friday afternoon around here.
I mean, that was okay. Spac.
I mean, I never heard of Patrick Orlando before, and now this is the guy that's made the millions and billions and hundreds of trillions on digital. What was it called again? I don't even know.
Digital.
Western? No, digital.
It's been an interesting day.
Acquisition Corp. Yeah. DWAC, guys, welcome back to the pit here as we get ready to rock and roll for the close. I mean, I was just in this BCYP here on a break, and we did well, but we didn't make that much. Well, I mean, whatever. We held 25% and got out there, but you know, after all that, you know, I'm just thinking like, which one of these is going to moon next?
Mark?
And I hate that. I hate it. I hate it, actually. It's a lot of fun, but at least this morning we had a couple on our radar.
Yeah.
Now it seems like Mark is popping. This BENE is popping. Fun is popping. DWAC is at 92. This name, Neil. Prague we traded today. As I look up.
You don't even know what just happened.
What is FRSX?
Sean, like, you went through all those symbols. The second, I'm not making, I swear I'm not making this up. The second Sean said Mark took out, like, I was just shocking out. It took out O's and then went to 10s. It was like, you went through, it's like BYCY. I can't remember all these names, so.
Neither can I.
It's crazy today. By the way, Mark, this one is come and gone and now is going again. But a lot of these are actually coming back to the downside that we've noticed. Like, I mean, we're back at 90 on DWAC and we're back at 9 on Fun. That other one, what's that SX? That's starting to go again, I think.
Kind of, but I mean, here's another example right here. Like, I don't even know what this stock is, and I like I said, I hate doing it. I hate trading like this, but here it goes, man. It breaks 320. I go out, and then we hold the last piece for the moon, and we get out there again. So, look at it. This looks exactly the same setup as how I traded BCYP, right? Almost exactly the same. And look at this one, Benny. Look at this, almost the same as this one halts, and we should have got this one out. I mean, we were long this Benny right there at 15. We got out at 16 and change, and then it rips to 18. So I'm like, oh, this is the one, but didn't even have a chance. It just came screaming back down, and then we got out for flat. So, hey, man, it's been a very, very fun afternoon. Yep. We have what we call zero LFT, which means we're at the highest spot we've been at all day, and we're at it right now, and we're super happy. Let's rock and roll, Neil.
There's other stuff happening in the market, and I feel like,
there though?
You know what was going to happen this morning if you're an active trader. We're going to be focused on your DWAC. Fun was going to be a big play. But we talked a little bit about, I looked back at my Intel, me getting out of an Intel short because it was distracting me, and it was actually a good, just the whole day, sit in the short all day kind of situation, but it was worth it. I'm just going to point out a couple of things, like you're in a long no halt period for DWAC. It's now managed to trade for a few hours, but you've got a hard double top at 115, and then when we got this long trade, like wait for it to halt multiple times down and take the first break up, traded it into that second halt almost perfectly. Now you're going to look at 115 as a hard low and a very, very clean trend that it's trying to put in here. So it's starting to get a little bit more structured. So I feel like scalping is the way to go right now. That's why, that last trade that I had in Mark, I wasn't even trying to hit a home run. It was very simple. Look at this, it made a triple top there at 190. It broke it, 91 long, get a bunch out in front of twos, hold some to try to get that lower high. And that's going to be the structure of some of these trades. Unless something major happens, I don't know if you're going to get the crazy moves. Maybe you will at the close. Like, my eyes are on Fun here, as it's also barcoding, but a little bit stronger than DWAC right now, holding VWAP. Let's zoom in so you can see better here, guys. Yeah, holding VWAP. You got this 950-ish area that could try to break. You could try to break 10 even. So there's a little something happening. The volume is tremendous. 500 million shares on Fun. Well over 100 million shares on DWAC. This is a thing. For those of you out there that are like, oh man, look how much it's come down. Let's be real about this, right? Yesterday we were talking about
real talk.
50 to 40 being the best shorting opportunity you had in the stock all day, $10. I mean, look what it's done today. And 40 was the hold. Like, that was the support level Like we haven't, like we sniffed 65 after it completely capitulated from 175. We sniffed 65. Like that is $25 away from yesterday's support. And now you're putting in higher lows at 85. Like think about what it would have to break to the downside for this to really fall all the way back in. And it's not like that's a move that I don't anticipate happening in the last 55 minutes. To me, it would have already happened if that was going to be the case. So these aren't done. I just feel like I don't want to get chopped up in some of this mess. So I'd rather catch one of these ones that's starting to move, like the BENE, the Mark. Fund just looks a little bit stronger. That's why I'm thinking about it. And we're gonna, just because it is also moving. Like there is still Snapchat too, which I'm trying to wrap my head around. Like, is it even worth? Like when do you think about getting back into this one? I think Facebook you get in right away, but Snapchat on the daily here, it's just real ugly. And
I'm short at 59. Where are we even at right now?
It just hasn't gone up.
It hasn't gone up, yeah.
Like the low, it's 5 cents or 8 cents off the low of the day.
Oh my God, yeah. Wow.
And if it closes at the low, Snapchat, like why don't you think you could just get $50 tomorrow? It's like, why even bother buying today? So the Intel's going to close on the lows as well. So holding that short all day would have worked. Beyond Meat as well, which was, Beyond Meat kind of came to us a little bit late. Beyond Meat is going to close very close to its lows of the day. And again, you look at the daily chart here in Beyond Meat, I mean, support at what? Like all the way back here at 89, which is now in spitting distance as well. So a lot happening. The NASDAQ's not quite 1% to the downside. So it's been a crazy, crazy day. It's just a good thing. If you're going long something today, like either it was Tesla or any one of these, I guess, Spac movers. Otherwise, I haven't really found much of anything that was good for you.
I just want to show here, and I think this goes to the same point, Neil, as what you were saying. Like today's sticky note, DWAC, right? Let's go long 100. Like, let's have some fun today, and we'll talk about that when we get back. Snapchat, short pop, short 59. Look where we're at, Snapchat, 55. I mean, so right there, that's 2 for 2. Fun. Another Trump name? Yeah, let's go, man. $1.50 yesterday. Let's hit that $5. Bang, right to the upside. We saw where fun went. And then Facebook, I wanted long on any weakness, but, there hasn't been, want long on any weakness on Snap, but for right now, Facebook doesn't seem to want to bounce back to the high side there. We did have a good day today. It's Merch Friday right now, so there's a picture that Ms. V took that we were advertising the merch. And then I want to talk about one more thing. Oh yeah, thank you to Investor who made this. The People's Trader right now. I don't know who made this. I don't know how you got a picture of me with my shirt off, but good for you. You did get it there. So, but anyways, the People's Trader, that's a great shirt. Thank you to, who was it there? This guy right here. So I'm going to show you out. Chris, thank you so much, Chris, Investor Man. So thank you so much, Chris. That's a very kind picture of you. My wife would appreciate that. Brendo.
Tesla, guys, was going to mention this. This came out lunch-ish, if you're on the East Coast here. S&P saying that Tesla upgraded to BB Plus on the debt side of things. So, yeah, I mean, this move down for the NASDAQ, probably a lot bigger without this move from Tesla today. All-time highs earlier for Tesla, guys.
Right, Neil, let me just say something here before I forget, because it's going to go. This Gurdeep here, Gurdeep Singh, a shout out to Gurdeep Singh on the chat, and he says, hey, Sean, Neil, 50 to 70 cent win was a big deal to me. It's right here. After trading DWAC, all other trades feel whack. So after trading DWAC, all other trades feel whack. So I just want to say that I'm in the same boat as you, man. Like I used to. I mean, we all, I think, used to take, and I still do, man, like the 50 cents, 70 cents. Like when money comes in, we're like, oh, we got to get it. We got to get that money. And then we take the profits. Very, very similar thing, to what we did on BENE. Very, very similar thing to what we did on this, this FRSX here. Very, very, I mean, it's all the same, right? And so I just think that you need, and it's a great point. Thank you, Gurdeep. It's just that we need to stay, I'm not going to say grounded, but you have to keep your expectations in line certain points, right? And I know you're going to go over DWAC, but the big winner that was had here on DWAC, really, and I'm not going to steal your thunder because I see you have it up, but this halt, like we didn't have a choice but to take that victory, right? So we're long here at 90, then again, this is amazing. Like we're long here at 90, then a long at 130, and then we got out at 175, and then Bob's your uncle, right? So that's really the biggest trade there, and then we held some stupidly and got out there, but watch for the trade of the day. Anyways, good point, Gurdeep. It's like, stay grounded, because no matter what, the markets are open Monday, and we're going to be back. And the thing is that we're just going to rinse and repeat the same strategies. And if we get, that gift horse, really, then we're going to take it over and over and over again. So thank you, Gurdeep. I think that was a very valid point.
The best part about it, too, is, like, trust me. Like I said, I was actually I think I tweeted out the BENE trade, and I was like, there was a clean dollar on a short in BENE, and I was just like, man, I look back at the chart, I'm like, that trade sucked. Like there was like $4 or $5 that I missed both ways here, and I was actually just so. And again, like you just talked about the winners on DWAC. What I want to say is, if you remember yesterday, I was 27 times short. I wish my execution still showed up. They're not showing from yesterday.
But you can watch a trade of the day.
Yeah, watch the trade of the day. I had 27 shorts, more fills than that, but 27 shorts and 3 longs on DWAC yesterday. And I managed to make money doing it. Today, like I came in saying to myself, I just want to trade it less. Right? Like I didn't know like how many opportunities there were going to be, but I knew I didn't want to trade it like 30 separate times. Like there was no way. So to me, it was like take a few shots here or there. Admittedly, like I embarrassingly bungled the short on the way down. Like the short on the way down was good, and like I did catch some of it here. But I took out like just about everything in front of the halt up price, which again, that's part of the strategy that I use. It seems ridiculous, and it looks even more ridiculous than it seems in retrospect, because next thing I was long at 98 a couple of halts later after covering my shorts at 138. But I did grab some 50s, I did grab some 43s. Like you have to follow your own pattern. Like you're never gonna get the perfect trade. There's nobody on this planet that shorted 175 and got out at 90. And if they say they did, as far as I'm concerned, they're probably lying about it. I don't know, maybe that's true. But either way, like you never get the perfect trade. So just try to do you. Find the winning ones there. I just want to come back to Mark because it's still going here, a remark. And look, I scalped out of this at 210. It just bounced off of 191 where it broke out and came right back to this consolidation at 210. I don't love the breakout here if it takes out this fresh high. I mean, the volume's starting to taper off a little bit here. I mean, I'd rather at this point, like you make that one breakout, I want this thing to test the high of the day, break the high of the day, or fail at the high of the day for a short. Like at this point, I'm going to get really particular about every single trade that there is. Yeah, just keep checking back on fun here. Not really getting that breakout either. Like we're going to keep looking at it because if it does move, it's consolidating. If it does move, there's certainly a breakout potential. I just sort of fear that, you know, like maybe all of the best money is waiting until like right at the end of the day or like that aftermarket or lulling you to a false sense of, I guess, complacency, whatever you want to call it, security. But the ones moving right now are Mark and that FRSX, which I suppose their sympathy plays to each other, not necessarily directly related to these other SPACs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I was just reading what Shiba's going crazy now. You want me to look at that for you guys? Sure, no problem.
That too.
Nope. Unless I can refresh this. I don't think Shiba's doing anything to right now, guys. 2769. So what's up to Shiba Inu? I'm holding that as well, but it's not really moving too much. What is moving though, guys? It's been a sad day here for anybody that bought highs. This is the numerous times this has happened on Ethereum, or just on all of crypto, where you sort of make the highs and then people get sort of a little bit of FOMO, and you know they just sell it back down in. And what I mean by FOMO is people get trapped up here a little bit because you know it's breaking highs and they really think that, hey, you know what, I'm not in, and then they get in and then they, you know, trying to shake out weak hands, I feel like right now. So I would just, you know, if this kind of a pullback in crypto right now, like if you just look at a daily chart, like sometimes it's worth sort of pulling it back out and being like, really? You know, so let's just not forget that on September 30th, we were at 3,000. We're still at 4,000 right now. So still a nice trade here in 3 weeks, upside from 30 to 40, if you look at it that way. So, you know, a nice little 33% boost up here in Ethereum. So let's not, you know, throw the baby out with the bathwater here as that's starting to go back to the downside. And then I have the same thoughts here, and I was saying this on the early show, that if we thought, I mean, here's Bitcoin down to 60,400. I shouldn't say 64. We were just there. But again, here's the daily chart. So if we zoom in even just a little bit more on this, and you can, let's go. And you can see there's taking out the high. We made that high, and now you get a little bit of a pullback to where we were basically Monday. So let's not get too carried away. There is a little bit of a pullback happening here in crypto. I believe it's fully expected. We've had pullbacks here's the all-time high, right? Pullback down to 50. That I don't know if that's going to happen. If you are nervous about that, whoa. You do have some areas to get out here, 57, 58. But that's just a little bit of crypto talk there. If you do believe in it, I think you should pick up some Coinbase now as well.
So, waited for the top on Mark and you know, took the short, reversed into the long, because that's been like the theme of today. So if you can't guess, this has been one of those days where like I don't mind, like I'll take the short setups when they're there for me, but it's essentially reversing almost every single time. Like it used to be, like every now and then, sorry, just gonna get some shares out in front of 250 here. So a 230 break, I got 33s. I did lose on the short. I had 24 short. So I lose on that short, reverse it here at 33. I just got a bunch out in front of 50. I'll hold to see if 250 breaks here, but it's been like a reversal kind of day. Like you look at some of the levels, and if you get a good one, it's just been worth it. You know, some of these shorts have come in, like BNE was a pretty solid one a couple of times, but you know, when these levels go, you kind of want to be able to play both sides of it because there's just so much buying. It's like it's jumping from stock to stock at this point, which I think part of the reason why DWAC and Fun aren't really doing anything is because right now, you know, FRSK and BNE and Mark started going, and there's only so much, so many eyeballs, there's so much capital that'll go from one of these to another, and that's why you're seeing a bit of a slowdown. So maybe, I don't know, I could be wrong about this, but like if Mark would have halt down and stop and FRSX would have halt down and stop, maybe Fun goes at that point. So that's just a bit of a theory out there. Who really knows if that's going to end up being true? Holding on to the last 20% here on a Mark, just in case it can break 250. Heck, it might be an ad through 250. Who knows?
Okay, I'll check my message. Just right now here, talking quickly with Rob.
Rob.
I did want to talk about Facebook coming up right here. People ask me what's up to Sam and what's up to a lot of you people, traders out there in our community. We love you guys and thank you for the questions. I think Facebook, if you're not in Facebook right now, this is a great opportunity to start. I don't care what the price is, just buy it right now, 322.
Someone asked, I just said yes, but I have to check what price I got. I'm not sure what price I got yet.
Oh, you actually bought Facebook?
I bought some.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so I think you should be buying Facebook right now as well.
Not Snap yet, though.
No. So Facebook reports on Monday. The only thing that I'm going to say about this is that you could get weaker on Monday because of the fact that, you know, the NASDAQ may close near lows. Might be. I don't know. We're down 0.84, which I never really like when the NASDAQ does that. So we still have 40 minutes before the market closes. I'll turn my head around.
Oh, we don't
So the thing is that I think if you're going to start it, we're at the 200 period here on Facebook. I already fear that it's come down too far. So this is the difference between Snapchat and Facebook, guys. So let me just call it up here. I've already shorted Snapchat and made some nice money today. But you see, Snapchat really never adjusted on that news from Apple, right? The IDFA on their new iOS and how that's affecting marketing and information gathering and whatnot. So, you know, when you're into those levels right here, it didn't reflect it, so that when they came out, it was like, you know, and they started talking about revenue misses and so on and so forth. So, you know, I don't expect that from Facebook. Facebook has already addressed this problem, and that's why you do see a nice move to the downside here, plus you get the whistleblower. I mean, Facebook didn't go down on anything else. I mean, the market is back to all-time highs virtually, not after today, but, you know, in the last couple of days, and Facebook didn't really regress back up, or go back up. So instead it regressed lower today on those Snapchat numbers. So, you know what, I'm talking to myself into it. I'm going to step in and buy some of this Facebook as well. But for right now,
leave room for next week, though.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. These are long-term positions for me. I'm hella long into everything tech. I want to buy Google on weakness, which is happening today. And not just that, guys. Like, Look at DraftKings, Donkey Kong, right? I called this short at 50. When we were right here, and that was great. I emptied out my DraftKings here at 62, and we talked about why that was. It was right back here at these highs, and then I just felt it was overdone. Yeah, I sold it into NFL starting, and that's been good so far, and it continues to be weak. So buy DraftKings back down here. It just broke that level. We talked about this, sort of the formation there. What happens when DraftKings misses now? You know, like, how far down does this stock go? Does it go to $25? Honestly, like, you might think I'm joking about this, but like, you could crack, if you crack below 40 on DraftKings, I don't know where it's going to go. Maybe 25 not, but, you know, could you retest down here 35? So just be very, very careful with a lot of these high flyers right now.
Be careful with this one.
DraftKings, yeah, or whatever one you're doing, yeah.
Be careful with Mark, because that top, forget about 250. It absolutely capitulated. I mean, if you can see the positions, you might have noticed that I went from short 23.24 to long 233 to holding the last 20% of my long, taking the hit on that at 220, then reversing into a short that I now have at 222.5. I just got some out in front of $2. So, I mean, stick to what's moving right now. Oh, might have missed a turn on FRSX, just moved as well. So Mark is on the move. FRSX, this feels pretty comfortable hanging on to the rest of this short, so I can show you FRSX. It's X, right? Yeah, it's not K, Neil. FRSX.
Oh,
yeah, that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Let's go.
F,
Load,
R, S, X,
load.
N, Q.
It just did this, right? So that went right to the top. And again,
I
like
was already long that one.
unbelievable, right? Goes right to the top and makes a nice, beautiful reversal for you there. So if this one can hold, like, call it 3 1/4, something like this, make a consolidation, it does set up for a top end break as well. The one that Mark just did, obviously just immediately a reversal. So like, there is a chance that it could do this, and the scalp is the only trade. I'm in scalp mode at this point, like just sort of taking the quick wins, because I feel the bigger ones, they've already come. Like this has already halted a few times here, so I'm not sure it has another like 50 cent to $1 move in it anytime soon. Maybe to the downside, I guess.
I'm trying to read. I actually thought Sean was a financial advisor. No, what? Okay, no. We're just day traders here, but I think people were just joking about that. You're welcome, Goldman here. I mean, I'm just going through the chat right now. Oh, look at this FRSX. You just talked about that, Neil. That's exactly, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, there's only so many cats you can skin here, but like, it went right back to where I got out, right there. Like, I already took that print. Like,
yeah, it's
unbelievable, right back to the same number. So please be careful about all of those. Like, for example, if, what is it, BCYP? Yeah, if that runs, ooh, that's why you get out.
What?
That's why you get up. But I was just going to say, if that runs again, watch out for 1280. But okay, Sam, you are mighty welcome, man. I'm so glad that we made this community, obviously, thanks to Brendan, Neil. I mean, our whole team. So it has nothing really to do with me.
Trader
I mean,
Pratt
I'm
today.
here.
What a day.
Yeah, Trader Pratt, good job on that one. He's already home. So
He gone.
I think Facebook goes lower. That's fine. I can't remember what someone asked. Oh, they said that. How much would you invest right now in Facebook? I mean, it's up to you guys. I mean, I just think right now back to the 200 period moving average makes a lot of sense for Facebook. I mean, you already be in the money 30 cents if you did it just a couple seconds ago. But I think right here makes a lot of sense. And hey, look, like I said, if you buy 30% of your position right now, or a quarter of your position, you want to drop in 10 grand into Facebook at some point, then I think 25% now makes sense. I can't predict the earnings. I mean, that's the one thing that I wish we had that crystal ball.
I would honestly, what I would expect to buy on a dip, I'd probably put in less than 25% today. Because before earnings, I never think is the best idea. So I mean, it's usually pretty tricky.
I was lucky enough. I bought at 325 on the whistleblower, and I sold it at 330 just the very next day. Like, that was lucky. I just decided to get out of it. Now, obviously, Snapchat happens. We were at 340 before Snapchat, and I just want to show you guys, like, you know, on Nike, why did I buy Nike again? It was the same thing. It's at the 200 period, not just a 200 period, but you had protection back to the downside. So where am I long Nike? 145, almost full position right there. So on Nike. So that was a good trade for me. It's the first time stepping into Nike. I'm long Facebook from a long time ago. So that's why right now it's just kind of like putting in extra cash that I have into it right now, but I've started a position. This is my first time getting into Nike, so right there we got in, so that was a good play for us. And then the other one that we recently bought, of course, Nucor, did have a dip down yesterday off earnings, but today back in there. And again, we tweeted.
That's what was up today. Cliff was up today.
Cliffs, Natural Resources, yeah, they reported opposite of Nucor. They actually reported a pretty decent quarter, obviously. But here's Nucor again, like way off the 200 period, so I don't use that all the time, but it was back into this area here. 94, 95 infrastructure bill, still not passed or anything like that. So, you know, that's on that rumor. So let's see if that can happen again here back in early July. Boom. We'll see if that can go again, but we're long 95 right there. So a few new positions. I think we got into some other stuff. We got into some PayPal. That story is still to go. And then we bought some more PaySafe, and we bought Palantir. So.
Can you imagine if they just say they're not doing the deal in PayPal? It's just, I'm telling you, man, like it's going to be.
I think they will do the deal.
Like, yeah, I mean, at this point, Bloomberg's not going to get it that wrong. They're pretty, like, they're going to do their diligence, right? Like, where there's smoke, there's fire. It's very rare that you get them to have that wrong. So I think it's going to happen. I just wish they wouldn't. So Marlon, I'm going to read what you said here. I have no words to express my thanks. We have no words to express how amazing this community is, because it's a lot of fun to do this. I mean, like, to be perfectly honest, like, how many people get a chance? Like, I've learned more in the last 2 days watching the price action on these stocks. I got to eat pumpkin cheesecake live on air. We have some jokes. We got to see Pratt have an awesome day, you know, a guy that's earned it. And here we go. Like, as I'm even talking about this, like, the plan on Mark goes absolutely perfectly. Breakout 190, take it to the consolidation. We take the short in front, that doesn't work, but you catch the breakout, and then the quick capitulation on the break through the day, and then you get that reversal. When you get a failed break through the top, sometimes, and when I say sometimes, I mean most of the time, if I'm in the failed break for like a few of my shares left, I always feel I have a way better chance of realizing it's a good failed break. If I'm not in it, a lot of times I'm not paying attention to it. So being attentive to it works. We're right into VWAP. Where are my bids, right? Original 191 breakout price. Where does it stall? Right down to there. So where do I have only 20% left? Now down at VWAP. So you kind of had these things laid out as your plan before and know where the levels are going to be. That way, you're simply like reacting to price action, right? Like James Harden knows what he's going to do. He's like, if you do this, I'm making this move, I'm doing this step back, because he puts the hours in the gym. That's why we explain what we're trying to at least see in the markets on level 2. In the imbalance locator, on our charts, and that's what it's all about. And then you just take that lesson, improve on it, because I'm telling you, how many times is it that like one of you guys would have, like, you're in $2 more, you're holding for 20% more of a win. So you just take what you learn and then go and then advance on it so you can get even better. And that's what trading's all about. We've had the benefit of being on a trading floor for years. We're all learning from each other. There's traders that have moved on that we've learned from. We still talk to. So we're just giving you that benefit, and Brennan's giving you the real deal in the news because something else is moving.
Yeah, just saw 23andMe popping up again, guys. This was announced in the pre-market this morning, but hey, there were other things going on. They picked up Lemonade Health for $400 million. So 23andMe having a decent day. Some volume coming back in as we head towards the close.
They don't have the money to buy the lemonade I want them to buy.
Yeah, no, that'd be a big one there. There's a question here about AMD. First of all, a big shout out, man. Marlon, we'll do this for you. Bang for that one, Marlon. Thank you so much for the super chat for $50. I mean, you've been here maybe since day one. So thank you so much, Marlon. And thank you to everybody. Thank you so much, Bradley Taylor, Sean Neal, the crew. Thank you so much for all you do. Shout out to the crew. If we have that shot, let's give a big shout out to you guys as well. Lucas, glad you're back today, buddy.
Yeah.
And there is Rob as well. Thanks, Rob, for everything you're doing. I mean, Rob's killing it right now. Doge is ripping, Dominic. I'm not going to call up Dogecoin. Am I, Dominic, for $5?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, yeah, we'll look at Dogecoin. I mean, I own a little bit of Dogecoin, but obviously the big dogs are in ETH. You guys know that I'm a Cardano guy, so $2.17 for Cardano, and you want Dogecoin, so let's see if that can go here. If I go Coinbase Pro, ETH, what happens if I just switch this over here to Doge? Do they have Doge on Coinbase Pro?
But just very quickly, because Goldman, you made a very good point, and I should say this first. There's a very big difference between trading some of these stocks that you're seeing here today and actually investing. Like it's a very different story. Like to me, if you're putting money into these, then it should be that I don't care if it goes to zero type money, right? Like that's the idea here. Shorting any of these things overnight is to me it's career suicide. And again, everyone has to understand what that amount is for each person, because trading any of these things or holding any of them or swinging any of these that are moving essentially mostly on nothing, a couple of things are, but mostly on nothing, it's just too risky to be doing with money that you actually need.
Yeah, and I'll do a little bit of Bitcoin action here. There it is. Ooh. Got a Bitcoin. See, when you do that, like you get a free Bitcoin. It just pops out like it's a video game or something like that. But yeah, to the moon right now goes Dogecoin, it looks like. Nah, not really to the moon, but it is telling Bitcoin to hold its beer today as it goes from 24 cents to 25. So whatever, but it's still a nice move to the upside. There goes Dogecoin. So thank you, Dominic. And now we'll switch this back to ETH so everybody can enjoy Ether when I call this up. So ETH, we'll get that going over here. Let's put that back. So that's that. Yeah, crypto's going to be a good one here. We are in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, so thank you for that one and mentioning that when and if we do have.
Not Ontario, California.
No, although.
Many a product has ended up of mine in Ontario,
Really?
California. Because it's
that story. I've
it's
never had that
ONCA, right? Ontario, California, and then here, Ontario, Canada. So every now and then it happens. But it's Amazon, right? So you just get free stuff.
No problema.
No problem. I like that.
No problema. Okay.
But we have Trader TV mugs.
We do, but I just grabbed this from the kitchen there. So.
But we're not selling these, which are amazing, by the way. I don't know.
We're not really selling. I mean, today is merch day, so please, guys, join the merch. Maybe Valeria, if she's there. Maybe Valeria can do a merch. I don't know what she's doing. If we can give Valeria's attention, that'd be great. We'll do a merch thing with her there today. If you want an opportunity to buy, just a way to support the show. We don't ask for much, but if you did want to give some support, thank you so much for all the super chats as well. And I want to know, John Wilkins, was it John Wilkins? I did send you something, so hopefully you'll get that. Oh, what I wanted to get at was I thought someone maybe tweeted me their net or something today, and I don't know if they wanted me to show it or not, but I saw it and then I lost it. So anyways, I'm not showing something on purpose. If somebody did want to send me some of their trades today, and if it's okay, I will show them on here. I've done that before. So I even asked Neil and Brendan, did someone send you guys something? Because I did miss that. So if you did that and you want to send it to me right now, and I'll be able to get it for you on the show. So yeah, I know it's a slow show. I just saw someone say, what's up, Derek? Yeah, I'm not in any positions. It's honestly, today's been a super exhausting day. I'm at the highest, I'm at the most money I've made. All of September and all of October is happening today. So
the only thing moving, honestly, guys, like the only things moving right now that aren't sitting on lows of the day is Mark and RSX that I can tell. If there's something else, let us know, because we don't mind checking out anything that is actually making moves. Speaking of that, Brendan. Valeria. It's been a long day.
Hey guys, yes, Sean, shout out to you. You look fantastic. And guys, if you also want to order our good quality and beautiful merchandise, I'll show you how easily you can do this. Guys, can you show my screen, please? So you go to our homepage, you click store, and ta-da, boom, you have everything in here. Cap Sean wearing, my favorite, I'd rather be trading hoodie, big logo hoodie. So yes, guys, very easy, very simple. And again, write your ideas in the comments so we can make more merch for you, and maybe we should start doing something for Memes and Movers show. Back to you.
Agreed. Valeria, you can go ahead and just design something for Memes and Movers if you want. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, great. I agree, Valeria. I think we need some more for Memes and Movers. I don't know if you want to walk around with Pratt on your on
Everyone
your
wants to walk around with
everybody
Pratt
wants to walk around with Pratt. So beers for both you. Yeah, beers for everybody. Man, all
Actually,
around.
you know what? No,
beers are on me anyways.
I'm not wearing merch until it is Pratt's face on a shirt.
All right, fair enough. So thank you so much, Canary Wharf Money. What up, Canary Wharf Money? Thank you so much for the support, man. And yeah, it's great. Yeah, I know, Goldman. Everybody wants to know how much we're making, but again, you know, maybe when we get together, if we ever do, we could talk about that. But we try to make
Principle is priceless.
Yeah, exactly. We're just trying to make the show.
It would be really easy on a day like today to be like, yeah, why not? But just it's really supposed to be about the trades, right? Like, and if you're not focused on where to get in, where to get out, like in poker, you're good because you trade, you make the same read or the same play you would make when you're playing, you know, like 1-2 as you would when you're playing 10,000, you know, blinds, right? And that's what makes Philip Ivey better than everybody else. Like, there's a lot of people that could make the same decisions because it's not a complex game. Like, everyone can understand pot odds if they want to, but can you actually put the same decisions on when the stakes are different? And that comes from understanding decision making, not from worrying about your P&L. And that's just a hard truth that most people don't even care to say because they just want to show you a flashy number. And the truth of the matter is that it doesn't actually help anybody.
Like, so I see what you're saying, Mike. Hey, shout out to Mike. Yeah, I was talking to you in the pre-market and in the first show and on Twitter. So what's up, Mike? Thank you. I am wearing those grade Air Jordans that I've already sent you a picture of those. So what's up? But it's about the percentage. I don't know if you mean like percentage of what, because we have sat here and tried to figure out a way to show you guys exactly how much, you know, we're up or down. But I mean, like, I'm trading with millions of dollars, like, honestly, and it's like I don't put that much money in on every single trade, so it's very hard to show like how much percentage you've gained on the day. Like, we don't really know how to calculate it, but we'll leave that with us. We understand that there is a need for that.
Oh,
so
it's because you take one entry,
we have too many entries and exits. We've tried this. I mean, if you guys can figure out an algorithm or something that might work.
I do want to rant.
Like, how do I
rant on something?
Go ahead. Yeah, because
so
I want to make Clover too.
I want to make one small rant because you guys didn't hear it. By the way, like, and I truly and sincerely hope that everyone had a better outcome than I had on the fund long, off of $7 and $8, $7.50 and then $8 at the open, because I took it all out before the first halt. So I hope that's true. B, I actually think what happened in fund was ridiculous. If you look at that 131 halt on DWAC, where it went to 175. Right, like, look, here's the difference. You had the same move to the upside, multiple halts up, parabolic move, and then what happened? When it came down, and when this thing came, they basically held it for 40 minutes or so, 45 minutes, and then you were stuck. So if you were long here, you were long here, you essentially had to wait 45 minutes to then take a loss, unless you held through that first halt. When you were in the money the whole way. When DWAC, and keep in mind, halts are 5 or 10 minutes, right? When DWAC came back in, it was 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Like, that's what price discovery is all about. So, I mean, it sucks. I hope really nobody got caught in PHUN. It is part of why we always say take your profits and run when you get a chance to. Only legitimately, for some people, there wasn't as much of a chance to get out on the way back down, even if you had access to market on open trades, because it just got halted for 45 minutes, which is abnormal. I'm very curious to see what happened there, because I've never actually seen that, where everything was opening up and all that kind of nonsense. By the way, speaking of fun, just because this is a trading show, oh, this is DWAC. I thought I was on fun. I'm looking at a chart up here on PHUN. I had thought at one point that this was going to make a break before the end of the day, because the consolidation above VWAP, testing 950, testing $10, and then just, it's kind of giving you the other feel, like it's about to go down at 875 and make a bit of a break to the downside. Not doing anything, it's just, you know, I mean, everyone's making fees. All the gateways are making a lot of money on the exchange fees, but at the end of the day, it's not really moving much, and now threatening to the downside here. I'll note, I did try a short when it broke this. I'm not going to take the breakdown, because the last time I took a breakdown here at about 230 or so, it didn't really work. So I actually want to see, I want to trade if it halts. I want to trade if it resists a halt band. Like if it does a big capitulation downside, you might see me jump into this, maybe on a bit of a quick retrace off of 880, or grab a halt trade to the downside, which has been tricky to get this late in the game.
All right, guys. All right, so yeah, DWAC 1K loss, 1K win. Yeah, I mean, that is what it is, man. This is just a part of the day, honestly. We have to just do whatever. Okay, Netflix still positive today. So I think if you're going to do anything, people talking about Clover. I still think Clover takes off like crazy one day. I mean, 750, 725. A lot of fun there on Clover. So I think Rob made a video of the fun that we had this morning on DWAC. So do you guys want to see that? I could also tweet it out. He made one. Apparently it's a minute 15. Those of you that weren't with us here today, Rob, you know what? Let's do it. I mean, it's 3:37 right now. So let's get going and we'll show this. I hope the sound works. Rob said it would. So let's get this going and let's just see how much fun we had today on DWAC and whatever from this morning.
Make sure we have sound.
Thanks, Rob, and let's go.
It's Friday. Sean has his rally cap on because it's going to be one of those days, guys.
Bang! DWAC right now, guys. 100. We are at, wow, now we're $3 in the money. $7 in the money.
To me, that's just too reckless.
Bang! Through 100. There it is, man. All the way to the upside. And there's a $9 winner.
Quick scalp there. I'm doing this thing where I'm like reading the tape.
Have on our good luck new Air Jordans again. $13 now in the money. We have a $20 winner right now. I have the cheesecake is in the building. Sure, we'll calm down. You know, we have whatever. $30 now in the money. No point even looking at anything else. $35 winner right now. $37 winner right now. There, 25, 130. Let's go. $40 in the money right now on DWAC. What just happened? 175. Oh man, that was monstrous, man. Of our trade, and now it's 150, 160, 164, 169, 172. We are now higher than where we were off the open, guys.
Got to start taking some profit out. This is 950 to.
Wow, I'm just sitting here really enjoying that. Thank you, Rob. That was great. I hope you guys enjoyed that too. That was really fun. That was the first time I ever saw that. My favorite part is Brad going like, yeah, Brad. So great to see some emotion there, and it's really fun. And you know that's what we're doing all day, every day, baby. So trying to bring the heat for you guys every single day, and I just hope that I mean, I enjoyed watching that. Thank you, Rob. That was very great.
Rob did all that. Like it's busy enough. Like everyone thinks that we're done the show and it's over. No, there's a lot of stuff that has to get done between the scenes, and it's just unbelievable that Rob found the time for that. Thank you for it, Rob. While it was happening, Fun did capitulate. I was like, I'm not taking the breakdown in Fun. So I don't take the breakdown in Fun, which was free money at 875. But it does consolidate here, so I'll take a quick shot. I wanted to short if it made a break, maybe, and then resisted at this sort of, never got to that 780. Now you're consolidating down here. I think I can now take some out in front of like quarters. I'm short in front of 50 here at 47, so quarters in front of 8 even as well, and then probably all the way down. This 780, I'll probably want to cover in front of that just to make sure that we take some profit. But it is sort of gearing up. Like the last time I tried this, it didn't really work out because I had too tight a stop. I'm going to give it all the way back to like an 875, see what happens here. But, just sort of trying to find a move, like after something moves, let it move and then make a trade. Like that worked over in Mark, which I'm still holding on to. So let's see what happens in fun. Let it pick a direction and then I'll just sort of go with it here to the downside right now. I'm up crazy. Like it said to the downside, looked over at the percentage. Like it's come down this far and it's up 460%. That's the kind of day that it's been today.
I'm just writing in our chat that was great. Thanks, Rob, for that there. So, yeah, full credit to Rob there. So thank you so much for that. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so let's just keep looking. So someone mentioned Clover. Look, I lost, obviously. We talked about it. I had options there, $9 calls for October. They expired last week. So nothing happening on those calls, unfortunately. I got out for $0. Like I lost everything and they expired worthless. I feel like there's $7 here on Clover. Like, I don't know. And I don't know if this is going to be one of those stocks that just goes parabolic like we've been seeing there. I don't know if there's enough news or anything about them for that to happen. But the point that I was trying to get at here was just that I think this is a decent name that you could take a shot at here, Clover. So, take a shot there if you like it. I think this is a good location for them to be in and out of. So, Clover right here at $7. You do have some protection on that trade. So, just a thought there on CLOV, if any of you guys are interested. What's up, Beep?
Little telecom communication stock just popping up. Com Sovereign Holdings, guys. Just noticed here, 53 million on the float on this one. Heads up though, we just ran through $1.50 on a huge volume spike there for comms.
Apparently that BYCP is now moving again.
Oh my God. BYCP, we were already down. I mean, not down. We're up on it today, but moving to the downside. Yeah. So that's a disaster right now.
A lot of these
to the downside as it's continuing to go there. So maybe I'll just take a thank you so much, Damien. I know you hit us up earlier on as well. Best month this year. Hell yeah. I'm already up more obviously in October than I was in September, I think. But today was just a monster day, and thank you. What's up, Maggie? Thank you so much for everything today, guys. Our fans continue to be number one. And unlike other shows, we're going to be here always, I feel, because of what we are, who we believe in ourselves, and we believe in you guys as well. So thank you so much for the continued support. I have nothing but kind words.
There's a halt here.
Yeah, what?
SGBX is in a halt. So I guess it's not that. There's something else moving here. By the way, Fun just stopped out and went to $9. It might be making a bit of a break. I'm looking at here like $9.25, but SGBX, this looks like the third halt of the day. Not nearly the volume that these other names have. So, tread a little bit lightly. There's tons of liquidity in some of these others. Questionable how much liquidity there is in SGBX, but everything that's halted has been gold today at some point, so I expect this might be the same. Brendan, is there news on this one?
Anything yet, guys? But SGBX has a staggering 6.6 million share free float. Microcap, 29 million. SG blocked. It's a home building company.
Yeah, microcap. Breaks right to the 200 period moving averages and then halts. That's a pretty interesting coincidence. It actually halted right on its 200 period moving average. You don't really see that very often, but there you go. SGBX looks like 5 minutes it'll be open up as long as things aren't ridiculous. That'll be 345 because it's already 343. Really? Is that 15 minutes left in the market?
Done, baby.
Wow, this one's flown by. Like it hasn't been a lot of trades. Like Mark was huge, and then Fun was not so great on the short side, and now we're gonna wait for SGBX to open up because I want something that's actually moving right now.
I just tried, guys. I just tried to get Netflix. Hopefully they'll come.
Is there?
Yeah, it's not moving that much. It just, I don't know. This is a 1 minute chart. It was right back into here. So I was trying to buy some 662.50s, and then it just ran away. Like the spread is too much. I just kept bidding. I should have crossed the spread. I did cross the spread at one point, but no fills there. So yeah. But I think Netflix today on a strong day. Netflix has been overperforming the market recently. Just they had that Squid Game. They had a great report, and now they're up to, I think it's again all-time highs. Yeah. So look at Netflix. I got to go long on this thing. They did have a little bit of a slip there on earnings, down to 620. That was only 2 days ago, man. Or 3 days ago now at this point, but down to 623. And look at that. like just right there, right back up. Like that 620 to 660, that's like 7-8% there in just 2 days for Netflix as it continues to make moves to the high side. So we were just trying to get long right there, 662.50. And I still have a bid, so if it comes back in, we'll take it. But right now we are waiting. There's only 15 more minutes left until we get the imbalances. So can we get our honest opinion about fun for after hours? I mean, okay, I'll give you my honest opinion. Just like I said yesterday, though, remember I said that, I said DWAC and fun were going to be movers in the aftermarket, and I mean, they sure as hell were. We were long at 150, and then it moved like crazy. I just feel like this is day 2, right? And right now, you're kind of just barcoding right here. There's really no trade in fun. I mean, I'd like to see, look, if we break 1150, then my opinion drastically changes, because then I believe there's an upside push and a squeeze that sort of happens there, right? So I believe fun can go, but if it just hangs around right here, I don't, I'd rather come in on Monday with no exposure at all and trade it at that point. Remember, Neil and I are flat at 4 o'clock on every single day, unless I somehow violate the rules.
I mean, you still,
still get out before 4:15, and then so we're flat going into the weekend, other than our own personal accounts, and I am not in DWAC or fund, so I can't really speak to anybody that's holding a serious position. But I would never, like a stock again that was $4 or $5 that is now 10. I mean, you got to really think about if you're willing to take that risk, because it's a risk at the end of the day. So, thanks for the question.
It's got to be a YOLO type thing, right? Like,
well, it has to be moving. Like, if this moves into the close and possibly, lands itself around 11, and we're getting close to the close, then I think you can have a ripper, and we may see 18, 19, 20 on Monday. But
it's worth
we're into Netflix, by the way.
Like, try to remember what happened. Try to remember what happened yesterday in DWAC. The difference in DWAC is it went to 50 and held 40. Fun has capitulated. Like, DWAC was holding the high. Like, this is an important distinction, right? Like, if you look at what happened yesterday, this is how DWAC ended the day. It was consolidation, break. It's a little bit different once it's capitulated. Like, you want to see some buyers step in to show that the shorts aren't in control. And that's a fundamental difference. Like, if you were to tell me, one of these other names that's actually trading off its highs, maybe it has a better chance of going, like that mark. I'm not saying it does. It's just there's been a capitulation in DWAC, so a little bit safer to try to play it next week.
Tease it up. Bang, there it is. See you, Netflix. Thanks for the 50 cents. Your boy will be back next week. I mean, like, there it is right there. I mean, there's a trade. You guys wondering, Sean, it's a slow day. Yeah, I mean, it's not a slow day, but there's the trade right there. Told you I had a bid sitting there at 660, right? I mean, it come right in to us. You could have got 650. Bang, we could have held it even, but there it is. We're out right there at 608. There's another win for you. What is that, 60 cents right there on the high side of that trade? So another win for us. Yeah, 55-cent win there on Netflix, and we just put that on board for you. So again, it's only 55 cents, and it's a $600 name, but all we're doing is just stacking it up right now. So that is that one, and there's another one right there. So remember, we are trading on a prop firm, so we to scalp in and out for us on this platform is exactly what we do. So there's another win for us as we're getting ready to wrap up the day, and watch out for these imbalances. So
yeah, watch out for Tesla. Like, Tesla is. It's like triple top, lower high, 907 with a 910 top. I'm interested to see what happens. Oh, by the way, there's a double bottom on Mark. I know I'm holding some shares of Mark. I'm kind of like, I don't have anything else on it. There's no trades I really like here, so I'll probably just hang on to Mark. If it breaks this 170, it's probably going to give me an extra 20 pennies or so. But watch, it's holding higher lows. This is a day one play. It's already shown you we can break the highs, and if we can break back out here in the aftermarket, this is at least ending the day a little bit stronger. So we'll watch this one. Imbalances are coming out in 90 seconds or so there's a lot to watch. I'm actually very curious to see what happens to like Snapchat at the end of the day here today, because it was closing near those lows, maybe Beyond Meat as well. But Mark, I'll let it try to break through 170. If it can't do that by 350, I'll probably just get out and send you guys to Brennan.
Crazy trading, guys. Into the close here. Arena Pharmaceuticals, which is AUPH, on a halt here. Just went 22 up to 24.5. Halted for volatility for AUPH.
Yeah, that might not open.
Oh, yeah, halted. Yeah. So might still halt. It might still. Sorry, it might still open up on that halt, but
maybe.
Big move to the upside right there on AUPH. So if you go to a daily range here, yeah, you're already well above it. See, so this is one again, like as I'm saying, this could run again. If it does open up, we probably get a lot higher because you are breaking through some of these daily ranges, right? So that's another spot there that we could look at for that. It looks like Ethereum's trying to get back upside now. So Ethereum trying to get back to 4,000. It just dipped at 39. When I said everybody, I feel like Aaron Rodgers, relax. But as you come all the way to the upside now,
you better relax and win.
4,000. Yeah, all Aaron Rodgers does win until the playoffs come. So I'm hoping that they've been to 4 straight NFC championships or something like that, and they've won one of them, or I don't know what it was, the last 4, they've won one. So, but anyways, up to the upside there, we'll see here, 39.85. I think the Packers are 5-1. I don't even know what day it is or where I am here today, but it's been such a fantastic day. I want to thank everybody for their super chats one more time. Damien and Marlon, thank you so much, guys. Means a lot to us. Thank you for supporting the show as much as you guys do. And just come back and tell all your friends. That's the most important to us. Let's grow this community, guys.
Yeah, like every time people have said stuff in Twitter, and I always sort of say to them, at the end of the day, like the benefit of being on a trading floor is tremendous, and you're getting a piece of it, right? So grow the community. We'll miss fewer symbols, right? Like I didn't notice SGPX, and there's going to be a million stocks out there that are going to be moving and have opportunities, and you're not going to catch them all, even with a great scanner. But the bigger the community is, the more we can help each other. SGBX, it's been 10 minutes now, and it has not opened back up, so there is always the possibility that the late halts extend to the end of the day. Might not open until 4 o'clock. I don't know about AUPH, but it might be the same thing. Imbalances did just drop, though.
Yeah, and what a surprise. Intel to the buy, though. So Intel to the buy side right now. It looks pretty mixed here.
I mean, on the lows of the day, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, people want to buy some. I mean, this is $49. I mean, that's on sale. So an Intel buy and NVIDIA sell. Snapchat's a buy here right now. We have a one here. Let me call up the 1 minute chart so we can see if it's actually affecting anything here. So Snapchat, we'll just look down here, guys. So here's the Snapchat buy, not doing anything. Did the Intel buy?
Yeah. 20 cents.
So the Intel buy was a little bit of a spike up there. Philip Morris on the buy said no to that all the way to the downside. What did NVIDIA do on a sell? Still hold my beer. They don't care. Pfizer not doing much on the buy side again. I'm not going to look at these anymore. There's not much on here. I do want to short XOM. It's getting that. I need to put a put on this at some point. And then Apple got to 150 again and retraced a bit. So I'm excited for next week. You think this week was exciting? Yeah. I mean, sure it was. We had DWAC come through today, but I think next week with all the earnings, that's
what the
really
problem
what
with
you want to be here.
One of the problems with this market right now is Mattel crushed it. Like they crushed it, and look what happened to them today. Like there was no escaping it, right? Like it's going to be flat on the day right now, but they gave it all back in literally 25 minutes at the open. So I think we're in kind of one of those environments where, after what happened with Snapchat, like, man, you better be perfect. And even if everything is perfect, sometimes it might not matter. Mattel, which is a good-looking chart, but sometimes it's more about where the stock came from than where it's going. And you're going to see, I think, that kind of a reaction potentially. Like the slightest miss is going to get absolutely beaten up. I was just, again, if those stocks open up, maybe we'll get to them. I'm just in that mark trade. It is what it is. It's about the last thing that I'll have on. And it did make another push to the upside here, so I'll probably just end up covering it if it retakes 223 was a reversal short. I don't know if that FRSX made any moves, but Tesla, out of the corner of my eye, is now at 909. So Tesla, despite the fact the NASDAQ is down, I mean, Mattel just hit the lows. So many things are trading on the lows of the day here, and Tesla has a shot to take out the high of the day to end the week. So that's just unbelievable, to be honest with you. I mean, Tesla, unbelievable stock. I was embarrassed with myself. I mean, I managed to actually get a 900 short, but wow, was that ugly yesterday. And it feels like a week ago, by the way, that we've had so many trades since then. I almost forgot that was yesterday. Tesla, that was yesterday.
I know, it's crazy. And by the way, we were pretty happy with 55-cent win. Now it's $1.55 right now. So there goes Netflix. Hopefully you guys bought that where I was talking about it right there on that level. And again, this is what we're talking about every single day here. Like you just zoom it back out, man. You pick a strong stock, find a key level. We hit it. We took 55 cents. We're pretty happy with it. And now you're seeing it all the way to the upside. So yeah, we'll just go cowbell winner for that one on Netflix because because whether or not you take the trade or not, or hopefully you're just learning at some of the ideas that we have, and that one right there was cash money. What a good way to end the day there on that trade. So Netflix, a big winner for us as well. Yeah, everything's good. We'll have to wait to see here. Hold on a second. Let's just check out Google one more time, as I believe that this is the big name that everyone needs to be buying on any weakness this earnings season. You're already down a little bit here. You're below the 50-period moving average. They get hit also on some of that Snapchat news the last couple of days, yesterday, and then also the new Apple, because they're in advertising at the end of the day. They have an advertising wing that needs to get data and whatnot. And plus there's some probes right now. Even here in Canada, our competition bureau is looking at some of the things that Google's been up to. So as
is Europe as well.
They always do, and I just want them to keep looking into it because I want to be buying this thing on any weakness. This is my number one holding, my largest weight on my personal portfolio. So I'm happy with Google. Obviously, I'm not going to take any out, but this is an add on any weakness, not a trade. So I'm not going to be getting out. I just want to bring it to everyone's attention that just like Facebook, I think this is a must buy as well, even at these levels, guys.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Google way more than I love Facebook for a lot of reasons. I'm not a huge Facebook fan, but you can't get into that game when you're trying to make money decisions, right? So I'm underweight Facebook and FANG relative to all the other names. That's part of the reason why. And like I said on Mark, I'm not here to tell you that Mark is going to be better than Fun or better than DWAC. I'm just saying that it's certainly ending the day a heck of a lot stronger than both those names. Some higher lows, double bottom after a capitulation through the high, a double bottom. I just took the last out, like I said, if $2 broke, I would just get the last of it out. Thought it had a chance to flush through 70s and maybe give you 50s. It's going to end up above VWAP, above $2. Well, maybe I just jinxed it. There's 4 minutes left. So before I say it's going to end up above $2, we should wait 3 minutes to see if that happens. But that's a strong move. So there's a lot of things happening here in the market that you got to pay attention to. You're going to be, if you're an active trader, you're going to be trading these. So you want to see how they behave at the end of the day. Now I know where some support is on Mark for next week. I definitely know where the top break is going to be, because we could be looking at 250 tomorrow. So I want to know that support was at 170 in the afternoon and the break was at 250. So if I sit down in the morning and it's like, oh my goodness, they're right there, maybe you can take a trade. So wow, it's been a crazy day. I'm kind of wishing that we could celebrate with even more of that pumpkin pie, but we literally crushed it. There was none left in about a matter of minutes. There was an extra slice that I didn't eat, by the way. I could have.
Yeah,
I
gave it to Juan because for all the hard work that he's done.
I saw it
there as well. Yeah, I know you saw it there, so that's why I gave it to Juan quick time.
Close, man.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Thank you to Marissa for that one. That was an amazing opportunity for all of us, I think. And there's still some more.
Who'd have thought?
Home, but
pumpkin cheesecake.
I know. I was like, what? Pumpkin cheesecake? Are you crazy? But apparently, it's not that crazy after all. Okay, so only 3 minutes to go. We can check quickly on the imbalances. I don't know if we have an earnings board or not.
I don't think there's.
I thought Valeria mentioned we might have had an earnings board, but I know it's probably not super crazy here. But just to look, do we have one? No. Okay, good. That's fine. We don't have an earnings board, so we'll wait for that on Monday. We do know that Facebook's coming Monday evening, and a lot of names going to be coming through. Right now, just to double check here, ignore the market time. We actually don't even need to see that. I'll close that. But right now, NYSE or NASDAQ, that'll give you an idea of what we're here. No, I mean, there's really nothing on here.
That just broke $2.50.
Up.
Yeah, up.
Yeah, up. Yeah, see there? Okay, so there you go, guys. Let's go. I mean, you guys asked me about Facebook. I was like, you just go ahead and buy it right now. That was 322. So there you go, Facebook, a nice little win there to the upside. So hopefully that can be held over the weekend. I think this is a screaming buy if you want any swing trade ideas. I mean, I just talked about Facebook there. So yeah, buy Facebook right now would be my call.
Just so you know that DWA, I'm just sort of scanning through names here with a couple of minutes to go, because not going to put any trades on. It's just not going to happen now with that little time left. DWAC just got through the top, so at least a decent sign. It held the low. It is still below VWAP, so relatively weak, and so is Fun. Tesla is really trying. Tesla 910. Maybe it takes it in the aftermarket, but with only 90 seconds to go, it looks like this battle might have to get waged. You know what's going to happen with Tesla? It's going to break this high, probably in the pre-market on Monday or something like that. But it just touched 910 5 or 6 times here and is making a bit of a reversal. Probably the strongest thing we can see in the market that isn't low float, Spac related, I suppose. But nice move by Tesla here today. I mean, Mattel crushed it and ended up the day flat. I mean, Tesla is still pushing on those highs, is what it is. Can't stop them.
Nope, no stopping Tesla forever. So that's good. All right, so let's just wrap the show up, man. It's been a big, big show here. There's only a minute left. We can watch Facebook. Congratulations to anybody that bought in the last couple seconds there. You win, and that's great. Look at that, bang, right there to the upside on the recommendation. So we had that call. We had Netflix here for you at the close. But what a great day. Thanks to Rob for that video there on DWAC. That was a hell of a lot of fun as we go. And it looks like the market is going to be closing. Not great on the NASDAQ, but we're just still hovering around. It was kind of a nothing afternoon here. If we start from here and go, you're basically at the same level you were at 11:30 here on the NASDAQ. So you travel up, you travel down, and now we ended up right in the middle again. So good day. We had a nice little drop there. AMC finishes at 37, which is not bad. It did hold that 36 or so, I believe. Anyways, I shouldn't say that unless it's true. I thought we just saw 37 on AMC. Yeah, so there we go. So 36.70. We talked about buying that dip there, that 35.
And
so
there's Miss V.
Yep, there's Ms. V. So watch out.
3, 2, and 1.
And we done. What a good day of trade. That was my best day in a hell of a long time. And I mean, not in a hell of a long time, but my best day here today was a fun one. Let's see what Brendan has to say about the broader markets.
A bit of a choppy end to the week, guys, for the overall market. As we were saying, overall, the markets haven't really done anything today. Even with all this crazy action. 0.8 there for the NASDAQ. We saw, as we said, social media stocks in particular, Apple as well, a little bit weak into the close. Brazil, 1.39. Cryptos, as we said as well, in the red heading into the weekend, guys.
Yes, sir. I mean, not a lot happening on some of these funds going down a little bit here. Mark's holding up at like 210. Not a ton of crazy things happening at the market. I mean, it's a Friday. So you do get aftermarket trading every single day. It's just maybe on a Friday there's a little bit less of it. Who knows?
Yeah. And we were, had such a great morning. It was hard, not hard to keep the energy up, but when we traded quite a bit of names there in the afternoon. So BCYP, BENE, FRSX. Prague, things like that, AMD, Netflix, you saw the Netflix trade. And then we talked a little bit about Facebook. I don't agree that Facebook's going to get killed on earnings, but if they do, then I load up the truck one more time there on FB.
Kill on earnings are sold off even if they're great earnings. There's a difference.
It does. I mean, I'm just going to play the market. I don't dive that much into earnings. I just, look at the names I like and then sort of just play it off those. So we'll wait to see. I mean, that's going to be Friday after market. So there it goes. AUPH, yeah, right to the upside. There it goes. People ask me if fun would go in the aftermarkets. We have
AUPH was like deal speculation.
Oh, that was the one that halted, now reopened.
Yeah, this was like deal speculation. So I mean, they're up at like $30 here.
Thank you, Miss Maggie, Rob, Lucas. Thank you so much for another fun day. Thank you for there it is. I don't know if can you guys see that, or is that too dark?
On our screen, it's very dark.
On our screen, it's very dark, but if you can't see that. I also do want to thank Miss V. She's alone over there as Prad. There it is, yeah. Bring the lights up. And from a way too dark look to Miss V now, that is like in a halo of light over there. So
like an angel.
Yeah, Brendan, any plans this weekend?
I am going to be chasing contractors for the third week in a row, Sean. So, I mean, keep asking, though, because it's going well.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, part of why. Yeah, so we got some hockey games. You got any plans there, Neil?
So my parents are back from visiting my brother out in Halifax, so I'm going to be spending the weekend basically with them. So look forward to seeing them.
Yep. Same thing, all family all the time. The kids, run my life. Tonight is Hocus Pocus and Pizza Night. So they want to watch that. Yeah, that old movie, Hocus Pocus. Bette Midler, all that stuff. So good one, I think. Anyways, good movie. Enjoy your weekend, guys. It was a super fun day for all of us here at Trader TV Live. Have a good one, and we will check you on Monday. Bye.